everybody, it's Garrett here. It is Monday, July 14th, 2025, year of our Lord, and this is a weekend recap of all things that took place at Detroit City FC the last couple of days. We'll start off with Saturday, July 12th, and historic Keyworth Stadium, which saw the USL Championship action. Detroit City FC taking on Hartford Athletic. Detroit City looking to improve from their 2-0 loss at Oakland Roots the weekend prior, and against the Hartford Athletic side that won 2 games in USL Championship. Unfortunately, Hartford left Keyworth Stadium with their third win in front of a crowd of 6,529. All the goals happened in the first half. Hartford Athletic with the first 2. Watching the match live on my phone Saturday, and then going through the extended highlights video again today. I have questions about the defense in both the goals. Questions. 2-0 behind early. Atashoff did pull one back for Detroit City on a great counter-attack, and then his attempt to feed Darren Smith, ball bounced back to Joff in space in the box, was able to cut it down. Hartford won a penalty in the second half, which was Michigan Galina's attempt was saved by Carlos Saldana, and then you got to see City kind of create some chances throughout the rest of the second half. Atashoff being a good piece in that. Jesse Cedeno with a great chance coming off of the substitutes bench. Haruki Yamazaki featured as the number 10, which is great to see on there. But it's frustrating when, a game that, you would think would be a potential chance to rebound, especially after the performance that was had in Oakland a weekend prior, and we see, unfortunately, that, and the result is, it's unfortunate. And coupled with other results that have taken place recently, Detroit City FC are now in 7th in the Eastern Conference table. Indy 11, the latest team to jump in the table. Detroit City is 2 points clear of both Birmingham Legion and Miami FC in the playoff race, and then below those two in 9th, and actually 10th, I think, because Detroit City is 7th, Birmingham's 8th, Miami's 9th, Rhode Island below them. So next up for the men is Pittsburgh Riverhounds this Friday, July 18th, 7 p.m. If you're not able to make it to historic Keyworth Stadium, that match is going to be on ESPN2. Really big matchup, fiery. I'm curious to see what version of this men's side we're going to be seeing coming into on Friday's match. Can they turn it around from what we've seen the past 2 weekends? Hopefully, otherwise it may be another rough night. The 2 side had their UPSL Round of 32 action take place yesterday, July 13th at U of D Mercy, where they took on Chicago Nation, and in a hard-fought battle, unfortunately, Chicago Nation leaves U of D with a 2-1 win, but great signs shown from this 2 side throughout the year. You're starting to see now where 2 team players got opportunities in the men's first team friendly. That was against Santos Laguna, and also 2 players recently announced USL Academy contracts this past weekend. So it's exciting to see the progression of this 2 side this past year. Kudos to Brad Dunwell and all that took part in that. And I'm really curious to see where it goes from here. As we get past 2025 and onward. To the women, the Black Arrow MVP award was announced on Saturday, and it was awarded to Hannah Crum, the left-footed forward who had a great summer, and obviously a key piece of the women's indoor side as well. One of my favorite goals of the W League side this season was, in fact, Hannah's goal on May 31st, the second goal at Midwest United. Great left-footed shot from outside the box. So well-deserved to Hannah. Congratulations on that. The latest recipient of the bicycle, and in fact, the Ride the Bike. Great shot also to Michael Kitchen catching with the bike and holding the smoke bomb. So well done there. Lastly, a check on Saturday awarded to Ruth Ellis Center for and Pride Raiser efforts, Detroit City FC Northern Guard supporters, $59,820. goes to Ruth Ellis Center and their fine efforts that they do to benefit and to help and assist and aid the LGBTQ plus community in Detroit and the metro areas. Vital work, especially in these times. Was fantastic to see that work being done, and all kudos to all involved in Pride Race, or whether it was making pledges or any time and effort meant for these their efforts to endeavor in this cause. So well done for all of that there. So two things to kind of wrap up in a good note here. Programming note for Majors Detroit: there will be no Make City Make Spence this week. Nice to kind of recharge the batteries for a little bit on here. Potentially there's an episode of 451, Channel 451 Tunnel Talk. Be on the lookout if that is in fact taking place. As mentioned, what will be taking place next for Detroit City FC is the men's first team on Friday night, July 18th. Historic Keyworth Stadium hosting Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Again, that is 7 p.m. Eastern, where you can, and if you're not able to get to the match at Keyworth, it will be on ESPN too. So for Garrett here to wherever you're checking this out, have a great evening. Hope the week is joyous, and we go onward.